Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Hustle, it's your boy 98 CEO, aka The Answer, and I'm back with another video. So what we got on the docket today, I got a couple videos out for y'all today. We're just gonna pop off. I wanna go ahead and do a review on Untrapped, the Lil Baby documentary. Y'all didn't watch it, didn't know about it. Lil Baby got a documentary, came out on Amazon Prime, or Amazon Video, whatever it is. Came out, I don't know how long it was, probably like a month. It ain't been out that long, but it ain't just brand new, but it's not old either. So it probably came out like a month or so ago, and finally had some time to watch it, so I locked in with it. I ain't gonna lie, that jump was hard. I definitely give it a 10 out of 10, but it's I mean, my reason for 10 out of 10 is just like different. Like, I like the way the documentary was created, though, honestly. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, you know, I'm going off straight top, so I'm just going off my memory, what I remember from there. Really just gonna pinpoint like the stuff that like I noticed that they did, and like I got a lot of stuff from him more so that like got me at a better place with him on some real jump. Cause like I said, bro, it's not a baby thing. Like I wasn't really messing with baby as much because of like the fans. It's just like, bro, to me, you know, artists are like, if the music's not good, I'm not gonna hype it up at like that's just great music. Like, I'm not selling it to you. So it's just like, if it's not good for me, it's not good, and you know, I'll wait for the next thing. It's not a big deal. But with him, it's just like, you got these fans that came in my turn time, and it's telling you that, you know, this is hard. Like, you don't know nothing about Baby. It's just like, I've been listening to Baby since Perfect Time. You know what I'm saying? That's like 2017. I've been listening to Baby since 2017. So I'm gonna come up on the way before, because my turn for him is where everything changed. My turn is like, boom, that's just like the dynamite is there. But before that, like, bro, I remember Baby performing at Piedmont. On just a regular day. Just I was at Piedmont Park. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so I remember that, right? I remember that person. I remember him on the way up before he became Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it did even more. So it's just like, when folks are telling me like, y'all don't know about that, this baby that we want to hear, like, it's just like, bro, it's clearly not for me. And at the same time, shit, he didn't reach the level to where, that's what you want to be. You want to get outside of the realm of the people that you're talking to. You know, you want to talk about news where you're going through. So, I mean, as an artist, you never feel bad about that. But just for me, it's more so a fans thing. But I ain't like, I like clarity on that too, because I feel like now, Baby got a real, like, I'm not saying bad shake at it, but he got a rough shake at it. Because I never thought about it, and that's why I like our documentary. I never thought about how, like I said, I'm using my old place. But I never thought about how his album came out literally February 2020, and the pandemic was March. So his album came out in a month. That's crazy to me. It's just like I never processed in that, you know, because there's so much that happened in just life in general when the pandemic happened, especially the first happened, that you don't even have time to think of stuff that's going outside of just your personal life, you know what I mean? So for you, it's just an adjustment there. So me going back to February 2020, shoot, I'm in school, senior year, last semester. Shoot, I'm riding out, like I'm chilling, got my classes, but you know, by then, you really just coasting to the end of it. Like, you just enjoying the best of it. It's your last time doing it like this, doing it big like this. So just think about me. So boom, going from being in that to the next month. Now we out of school, we still got classes, but we can't be on campus. It's just like, so all that change going on. You can't even have time to think about like, damn, Lil Baby dropped his jump in February, and he never got to that album due to the restrictions of the pandemic. And it's not even that, because we mean to the extent we're still in the pandemic, but it's the beginning of the pandemic. So that means that's when it's the most, like the most uncertainty, the most everything. Everybody literally in the house, staying in orders, all that. So it's just like, there's literally nothing to be made, there's literally nothing to do. So, of course, that's how the streams can go up, but you got to think he's not really seeing necessarily the monetary value coming from it. Because it's like, I could be touring or doing these shows, I could be picking up $100,000 on the back end just to perform this, and you know, I mean, not cool. So it gave me a lot of respect with that with him. And then the Grammy jump was like the biggest thing to me, like, because for me they just show a dude being talented. Like, and then that's what I like too, like, I like the way the documentary was made because I like that, like all them Drake people and all them industry folks you put on the documentary, that's always gonna be cool, but it's just like, Lil Baby has been Lil Baby maybe since 2017, 2018. I said strong 2018, but it started like 2017. So he been Lil Baby since like 2018, like Too Hard and all them coming out, and Hard and Hard. or harder than ever. But it's like, you've been a little baby maybe 4 years, 4 or 5 years. You might be 26, 25, 26. So you've been a little baby 4 or 5 years. You've been dominating your whole life. So I don't want to just see a documentary full of these folks that you met in the last 5 years. Y'all all talking about how y'all reached together. I don't know. Like they don't do nothing for nobody. In that case, that's why a lot of people saying, "What did Lil Baby need a documentary for?" Because it's just like so early in the game, but it's so early in the game to who? It's so early to everybody because, I mean, of course, of course, me living in Atlanta, being from the area, I ain't gonna say I'm from Atlanta, I'm from Clay County. I never been in Atlanta, I'm from Clayco. Anyway, but since it's like, you already around some of the parts, it's just like, the block just making more sense for you. So for me, it's just like, I don't want to see Drake even on a documentary talking about Lil Baby because I already heard about what Baby had going on in the streets. So I want to hear about Joe up the street, Joe just on the block, that just seeing him at Grove as a kid, like, and they had, I don't know his name, Joe, I'm saying Joe, just a name, but I'm saying you got a Joe I'm not gonna say crackhead because that's not necessarily what it is. You just got Joe to do this out on the street. And Joe, he cool with everybody, chopping up with you, walking the kids to school. Like Joe, this is the last day to come with Joe, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear from Joe, I want to hear how Joe saw you coming up. Because that's always the thing that was like, that's why I really got a lot from his documentary too. It's just like everyone always seen a star in him in some way. And he said a lot to singing and stuff. He knew shit. I was gonna do this. I just didn't know how I was gonna do it. But I always knew how to do that. I always knew how to be big and something. I just didn't know how to get there. And then boom, fine. So it's just like, it's nice seeing everybody rock. Cause everybody know the story with talking about I paid him to stay out the streets. Cause Baby was having his way. He was having most in the streets. So he thought like, nah, bro, I pay you just to stay out the streets because ain't nothing gonna come from that. So it's just like for somebody like Thug to see that in him, for somebody like Joe to see him as a kid, his mom to see him as a kid, it's just like everywhere around, even in making, and not necessarily can't. I mean, everything's circumstantial. I would say they're making bad decisions, but it's circumstantial. If that's the best thing that you feel like you can do for your family and the means to survive, it's not really a bad decision, it's just circumstantial. Circumstantially, it's a bad decision that you have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that living in America, in the free world, where we got all this extra shit, but we can't even have bare minimum shit, you know what I'm saying? We got iPhone 14, over AT&T, we got iPhone 14. These folks calling up pre-ordering 14, the phone won't come out until November, you know what I'm saying? But it's folks today that they got food. And it's like, so we can get that shit that's not necessary to nothing, don't got nothing to do with nothing, but just to have it, but shit we need that we can't get. Like I said, that said a lot to me, just like, damn. But, yeah, so it's just like, for folks to see so much of a light in him, and it's like from all corners, like, bruh, you can be doing something so much more than this, bruh. Like, you really got it. Like, look how you have your way over here. You can really flip that and make that just legitimate, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can really make some shake. So, I like that portion of it. Then contrastly, to me, it's just like opposites. Like, so to see somebody like that is just like interesting to me, intriguing to me because, and that's how you see yourself too. Like, to me, I see myself like, bruh, I would be like and it's like weird because it's not like I don't know, like, when I was in school, I was middle tier. Like, I knew everybody, so I knew everybody up top here, and I knew everybody down here. I'm cool with it. Like, I'm just middle tier because, shit, I go up, I go down. But, I'm not really too personal. I can communicate with this person, I can communicate with this person. Really not that big deal. I'm not trying to be the top person. I'm not going to be the bottom person just off the rip. But I'm not trying to be the top. I'm not trying to win homecoming king and be like the face of my class. I'm not doing all that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just middle tier. I'm cool with them, and I just, do my own thing. Saying that to say, I would never think nobody would pick me for nothing. So just to see, and of course, I mean, he's a little baby now, so of course, folks back then would be like, I seen him and I knew he'd be something. I always knew that. Me, I feel like, I mean, I know that in my mind, I know that, but I feel like just if it came down to something, I'll always be the last pick to something. You will never consider, I ain't gonna say never, but most people would not consider me in certain things. So to see somebody who it seems like they always see something in, it's just like, they always let you, I guess, make it or figure it out. I mean, and like I said, in comparison or comparatively to like, if you was we playing basketball 5-on-5, you always gonna be the last one pick because you just need you to play. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of interesting too. And I like how the documentary honed in on talking about the Olympics in '96. Y'all don't know, of course, the Olympics was in '96. But I like how they broke it down more so than talking about. I like how they broke it down by going all the way back, like go to when they won the bid to get, or however that goes, where they pick who's going to where the Olympics gonna be. And I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of crazy to me that the Olympics was just in the state. Like I was born in '98, so I don't know, but. I mean, I know about the Olympics in '96, but I'm just saying, like, the Olympics since I've been alive, I've always been, like, I feel like abroad. So just to be in the state, in the city, just, like, kind of random. But I like how they went back because, of course, the Olympics don't happen overnight. So I think they want to be at 90-something. I mean, it happened in '96. They might want to be at, like, 92. So 4 years to build it up. And like they said, bro, Atlanta at that time, it's crazy because just thinking about something that's and it's not minuscule because having an Olympics in your state is huge, but it's just like something as, minuscule is the word, but that's not really minuscule. But it's just like, when I say minuscule, I mean like to the thought of a mind, like they just saying they can have the Olympics. As the people here, you say, oh, we can have the Olympics here, like, that's what's up. Like, that means money can be flowing here, this is a lot going to be going on, you know what I mean? But to talk about it from the perspective of like, okay, that's what I mean in this view. Like, that little thing in 1996, or 1990, they decided to have that in 1996, think of the ramifications it's had up until 2022. That's what I'm saying in this view. Like, something so small, just, we can have the limits in our state, or, in our state, compared to now to where Atlanta is as a state, you know what I'm saying? Or Atlanta is as a city, and, the community kind of around it. Because in '96, if you look at the population was just regular, like, Atlanta was not huge. Now we're overpopulated, we're on the realm of New York, California, but to me we're worse because New York, California is huge states, you know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, everybody's essentially mostly in Atlanta and in the surrounding areas. In like a state like Cali, I could be in Santa Monica, I could be in San Diego, I could be in LA, I could be in Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? All of it's near, but it's not in the same area. Just like I'm in New York, like 6, 7 boroughs. I can be in Jersey, I can be in Brooklyn, Harlem, Rochester. Man, it's like I have all these different areas that I can populate. In Atlanta and in Georgia, it's just Atlanta. It's not like you populating to Savannah. There are people in Savannah, but it's more so families, you know what I'm saying? People are just in Atlanta just to be in Atlanta. So, he's just saying that to say like, would Atlanta even be that big how it is? To me, I don't know if everybody say like that. I think musically they do, but I'm talking about this thing. I'm talking about as a state-wise, you have to look at Atlanta in a New York, California kind of conversation. Because that's at this point, that's what it is. Especially now with Black Hollywood, they're really trying to turn Atlanta into Black Hollywood. But yeah, so it's just like, and then the way they keep it, like, they of course want to just, shield off the poverty. So we just gonna throw up all these walls. You can't even see what's behind here. We're gonna tear these folks down and then displace them because shit, they can manage their rent and pay for their rent here. But shit, it's too close to where this goddamn limit's gonna be, where really people gonna see what's really going on. We can't have that, so we're gonna put up these fat ass monuments and not statues, but walls, so you can't even see the dirt and grime. We want you to see what we want you to see. We ain't gonna show you what's really out here, you know what I mean? And then that's what's sad too, because of course I wasn't born in '96, but just thinking at all the homeless people I see now, I know for a fact it wasn't like that before. So it's just like, if it went up 20% from 95 to 96 and it's just because of the Olympics, that's a problem. And that's something, and then the bigger problem is that happened in '96, so 97 might have went 25%. So now that you add it all the way to 2022, you got millions of homeless people on the streets. And then really in 1996, when y'all made that decision to have those Olympics and displace those people, or 1992, whatever the years, y'all decided to displace those people and not have no real place for them to go to, no have no other ideas, just like shit, we got to put this up on, we finna put this makeup on, and shit, at the end of the day, it's gonna get wiped off, and you really still gonna see shit. So now the city crime is up because y'all displaced some people. Is it really their fault, or is it the consequences of what y'all did? Of course, y'all might look at it like that because it's like shit, that was 1996. But you don't know the ramifications that it had on people. It's like something as like slavery. It's just like, even if you didn't go through, I was born in '98, you didn't have nothing, of course I obviously didn't have nothing to do with slavery. It still had ramifications that you still got to deal with the consequences of that. So So it just, you know, at the time it may not be that, but look at it now. Slavery ended and shit, I want to say 1865. And what they do, transform it to the next thing. Shit, slavery, right? You know, most of y'all can't read, so shit, we ain't gonna tell you you're free. If you find out, you just find out. And then boom, even then we're gonna transform it to the next thing. Okay, not racial profiling, but not police brutality. We gonna you know, put you on this where you got to consider like color people, this for y'all. I don't learn that, I don't do that. It's always transforms to the next thing. And then the more time passes by transforms to the next thing, just like that police brutality. But it's all the same, it all mirrors each other. Police brutality is different than slavery. It's just the police are the power, back then it was slave master. But it's still always the same realm of things where I'm up here and you're not here. I'm in power, you're led by me. You follow what I say, you know what I'm saying? It's always that. It's never the other way around. But of course that's what they want to keep you, and that's how they want you to be. But I did like how they talk about that. And kind of seeing, especially like somebody like me, because like I said, I'm born in '98, so I didn't know anything outside of the Olympics happening. Even now, I still see the little where it was at. It's like '96 Olympics, and it's like, it may be a badge of honor, but for me, it's just like nothing. I don't see nothing in it. I don't see like a positive. I see the Olympics was here. I wasn't here for it. And the Olympics was here, but then when you see something that happens, displacement of the people and everything like that, then now it's the Olympics. Now just look at it, don't see nothing. It's like, damn, the ramifications that one decision had all these things come on the back end. Didn't nobody even consider it. Or if they did, they didn't give a fuck. And that's the crazier part. Or sadder part. As a matter of fact, the sadder part. But it's like, that's what pays too though. So, you know, they folks that do, they gotta do, I guess. But no, boom. I ain't gonna lie. And a lot of times I like a documentary, like I said, they got my boy Joe in that bit. I like how they chronicle him from like damn near the beginning. Where it's like, when Baby first came out, Marlo was with him on everything. I like how they talk about Marlo. Like, I ain't heard Marlo's name mentioned with Baby in so long. And then, like I said, Marlo, if you don't know, Marlo was the man artist, he died. He got shot up. Like, it probably like 2 years ago, honestly. Like, that made Speed kind of just jump like some guys see each other. It's just like 2020, that's 2022, 53. It's just like, damn, what is time ago? But yeah, Marlo, that's where he got shot. Long been Marlo. But I just like how they talk about it, because people talking about it. Well, I think everybody was talking about it like, if you peep Baby on the come up, you'll see Marlo with him all the time. And then that's what we hard about documentary shit. Because just like, you don't see that on the way up. You don't see how, you just see like they had a relationship, like that's a man, like they could just been in the studio rapping together. But no, you see, nah, he really running with me. We really trying to get this going, we really trying to pop this. So it's just like, you can't do nothing but respect that. So then it's like, when you see the conclusion, like you see your man, he going up, at the same time you got respect Marlo, bro, ain't never had no baby. To us, we never seen it. We're always on this end kicking it up, shit. This your song, Pure Cocaine? I'm not on that bit, but guess what? I'm at your interview, I'm performing that bit for you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm winning by seeing you win. That's unfortunate because, like he said, it just shows you the difference of, you know, being with somebody at the same thing, y'all both doing something, and then you go, and they don't, you know, get the same scheme that you got, and it's hard because, like you said, shit, maybe you gone, so you done took out from the streets. And I want to hold on and talk about that too, I'll talk about that. I just think that's the more overview of the whole story. I got is patience. It's just patience, just like in general. I'll get into that a little bit more. But going back to the Marlo though, it's just like your man, he go off, he out here. You don't get the same thing, but you don't hate on him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you still got to provide for you. Your man, you got to provide for your family, provide for your lifestyle, which you can't be just munching off another nigga. So it's just like he went back to what he's used to, what he's comfortable with, what he did, and it's just like at the end of the day, he might have caught up with him. That's the unfortunate part about it. But it was crazy, but what I took from that more so was how everybody with people just like, you know, he just got caught up with the wrong folks, you know, he got caught back up in that situation. But when you hear Baby talk about it, Baby like, I mean, shit, I damn near don't feel nothing because it's like, I'm not oblivious and can't say I didn't know that was something that came apart, I already knew that. And that's when it's unfortunate because like a lot of times people talk about how we're desensitized. Yeah, so like I said, so to me just the overview of the whole documentary just comes like patience for me. Like I'm looking at it, boom. And not even just patience about shit. It's not about perfect timing, I feel like. It's just like sometimes you just gotta jump. You gotta just run with it, jump with it. Like When he's talking about 15, he hang out with niggas at 20. At 15, it's just like, bro, I gotta do something for my family. Like, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Pops ain't here, whatever the case. Mom, she's struggling going through this, 3 of us. Nah, I gotta get some shit. Like, we gotta have some motion. So it can't just be, you know, I'm going to school. Like, nah, that's not what I'm doing right now. So he jump off the porch. Reason I say patience is because initially when, like I say, he had his motion, he had his way in the street, whatever the case. Initially, Thug said, Thug paying him like, bro, stay out the streets, dude, X, Y, Z. Then even P talking about it. He's like, Thug, I pay that. How much you make today? 20 grand, boom, I got you. Hold that, just go to the crib, bro, just stay at the house, don't do nothing. Then P talking about it like, shoot, you know, I seen Baby in there, but he really had emotion, he really doing that. And, you know, so for him, the patience I get from him is like, okay, you got all this money that can come to you, you know you can make it. Say you make 100,000 a day. You make 100,000 a day. If you finna make that 100,000, and that's guaranteed. That's guaranteed 100,000. That's what I'm saying, it's different. You got a guaranteed 100,000. Or you can make 5 bands at the show tonight. So of course everybody says, bro, I make 100,000, bro, and I'm doing the same shit I'm doing all the time. Nigga, that's nothing. I'm gonna make my 100,000. Fuck that 5,000. This is why I say patience. Because that 100,000 has a linear growth. And linear, I mean, it's a school term, but linear, like, it has a steady, it goes up exactly the same. It's always gonna be the same. If it goes up, it'll be exactly the same. It'll go up 5, it'll go up, and it'll just be a linear line, straight line, diagonally. Versus exponential growth. Exponential growth, my shit might be 5,000 a day. I do a month later, now my show's 13,000. Two months later, now my show's 30,000. Exponential means it's not going at a linear thing. It's not going at the same rate. It can go goddamn from 5,000 and now I'm making 85,000. 85,000, now I'm making 300,000. Everybody remember when Baby said shit, I'm making 300,000 for a show. You snap yourself at that. You say that. Before it happened, you got to, because why am I gonna just charge you? Why am I just gonna give you 300,000? If you don't feel like you're worth 300,000, I'm gonna throw you what I think we gonna pay you. And we might give you money. But if you tell me I'm worth 300,000, don't even hit my phone, then list. You already know I'm coming with it. So I know if you hit my phone, I already know the parameters of what's going on. 300,000 and up. That means since you called, then that means we can do some business. We already know what we're talking about. But we're saying that to say patience. Of course, 100,000 easy to make. 100,000 keep going up just like that. If we go up more than that, you make extra 5 on this day, 105. It's going up maybe 5,000. Versus exponential, you dot, you all over the place. You all over the place. So take patience in that. Take patience to say, no, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna lose out on that 95,000 that extra I can make today, and I'm just gonna hold out and make that 5,000 because tomorrow that 5,000 might be 10. And that same 100,000 gonna be 100,000. But when I get over that 100,000 mark and I'm doing it legally, that on the block it's gonna get that 100,000. Now I'm doing my shows. I started off at 5, and now I'm getting 300,000 for my show. Patience. Everything don't come quick. Anything that's good don't come quick. If it comes too quick, it tell you a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the big things I got from it was patience, and also like I want to say that being true to yourself to a big extent, because I like how they talk about the bigger picture. Like I remember the bigger picture. I probably heard that song since about 2020. It's like it's a good song, but it's just not something I'm just gonna go back to. So I'm not gonna ride in the car and listen to the bigger picture. But like, y'all know what I'm saying on there, it's just like, but not only is, you you got to know who's saying this. It's like, listen to the message. Boom, just listen to the message. He talking, but take away from the message and listen to who's saying that. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody, y'all can't even, when he first came in, y'all say y'all can't even hear. And look at what he give you, look at the depth of what he's telling you. He's telling you that. There's nothing you can't not see, you know what I'm saying? Because to y'all think they stupid. Y'all think it's illiterate, can't understand what he's saying. But he's telling you that, you know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing to me. And another thing I liked too was about the historian they had, who kind of started with Baby, came up with Baby, because he really pointed out some stuff like Baby come up with, like, he exploded for real. Like, oh God, we talk about pure cocaine, Lil Baby is just going, like, he's fighting that beat. And that's exactly what he said, like, they just fighting, but he all over the place. Versus a song like now, where Baby is floating tracks now. I think that's song Detox just came out. That's on hard time I read to the video. I Then a song like Detox, that boy's writing that. First a song like Pure Cocaine, where he's just, like he said, all over the place. It's like, now he got the formula, he got the secret sauce, it's over with. I just want him to be held accountable when the music's not great. You know what I'm saying? And I get nothing to be held accountable too, because if it's not great, it just don't matter. It's just like, it's not great, but don't tell me that it's great, and I'm listening to that voice since to come up. You know what I'm saying? That just bothers me. So I want to baby man. But the documentary definitely got me a lot more back in the baby. But biggest thing I got from that, like I said, being true to yourself. They talk about, not always, but having the mindset to be outside of your realm and outside of you. Because they talk about the Grammy genre. So again, 2020, Baby had sold the most albums across all genres of music. Got 2 Grammy nominations for the Bigger Picture, didn't win nothing, of course. But then you get nominations for Best New Artist, Best Rapper, Best Hip Hop Album, Best Album. And he was number 1 across all genres of music. Like, come on now, slap in the face. That's that guy Pink Coach Taylor looked at it. Shit, they call, I got to text about the Grammy, want you to perform, X, Y, Z. But shit, me, that's how I be talking. Me, I feel that's disrespectful, slap in the face. You put in all this work to put out this album. Of course, these extra extenuating circumstances happen there, and nothing to do with it, nobody, so it's nothing to do about that. But you was talking about the number 1 album across all genres of music, and I don't even deserve a best album now, a best artist now, and you want me to perform too? Like, that's slap in the face. Coach K, same sentiment. But Coach K, you know, P Street, nigga. Coach K more so like, come out like from what's that, you know? Like now it's almost like y'all want to do it, y'all want us to do y'all a solid and a favor, and y'all want to look at that. But y'all ain't even, and it's not y'all want us solid, because the proof in the play, he did that. That ain't no shit when we got them dropped out in 2019, we want you to give us a grant from 2019 for an album that came out for the 2021 Grammys. Like, no, he put in that work in that year and deserved to be on that list. Y'all didn't put him on there, y'all want to perform, we're not going for it. It's more like business-wise. And then Baby just sit there listening. And then to me, what I got from that, that's why you just see like certain dudes why they went in and why stuff happened for them like that. Baby said straight up. He said, bro, I get all y'all points. Now, you know, that's facts. But guess what, bro? My boys in the jail can see this is the Grammys. My grandma can watch this, you know what I'm saying? My kids can watch this. Anybody that do Lil Dominique, when I'm not even a Lil Baby no more, and when I'm just Dominique and I got to fall back on that, they go look at that and say, look at this man watch me on the Grammys. And I'm finna throw all that away because a nigga don't want to give me an award. You know what I'm saying? It sounds so dumb. It sounds so dumb because it's almost like he not dumbing down for you, but it sounds so dumb to even think that like I'm mad about not getting an award, and I'm gonna miss the chance at these millions of people that ain't never even seen me, ain't never heard me. I'm from that nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be. This is gonna be recorded in fucking all over the world in Amsterdam. You know, all the places I ain't even never been to, and you think I'm gonna give that up because they didn't give me an award. It makes it sound so dumb, and it shows the mentality of us and the pride we have at times too. Because it's just like, yeah, you deserve that, and that's what it is. It's selfless. It's just like I'm not even thinking about myself in this moment. I'm not thinking about winning my award and having an award that say Lil Baby and having the recognition say Lil Baby won this. No. I'm thinking about everything else. I'm thinking about everybody. I'm thinking about, as a kid, watching the Grammys potentially. I'm thinking about my grandma, who might be 84, ain't never been to the Grammys, ain't never been out the West End. They're from West End. Ain't never been out the West End. I can take her to LA and take her to the Grammys. You know, something that she's seen coming up, Michael Jackson and shit. These are legendary performances. I can take her to the Grammy. Not only can I take her to the Grammy, I'm actually performing at the Grammy. And you think I'm throwing that away because I'm not getting an award? And my niggas at the jail can watch me on the TV at the Grammys and say that nigga was here too. And he walked the same watch that we did, and he had to go to the same shit that we did, 2021 like we did. And my niggas on the Grammys now, and you think I'm throwing that away because I didn't get an award? That just showed the mentality and also why niggas winning, I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, that's really what I got from the Untrapped documentary. And then the biggest thing, even in that, like to lead y'all with, bruh, you really a family man. Really get down for his kids. Really, do that. It's not a facade where I'm staying picture that it's photo ops of my kids whenever I see them. No, I'm really doing that. I really have my kids with me everywhere I go. You can tell Jason is his twin, like literally. Lloyd ain't nothing to pride to. Jason's his twin, want to do everything he do. So it's real good that he's setting that example for his kids at an early age and being there for them too. So of course, out of everything else we talk about, when I always live on that note, family man, a father, because there's so many times, and this is the biggest thing, so many times like the whole PNB situation. So many times that's what gets left out. It's the artist. PNB rock, the rapper, the artist, the music. At the end of the day, man was a father. At the end of the day, man was a son. At the end of the day, man was a boyfriend, a husband, one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we degrade all of that and paint him down to be an artist or a hip hop artist. Nah, they're way more than that. And at the end of the day, if I'm talking about somebody in a manner of positive or, you know, something, unfortunately, like with PNP, I want to talk about them in those lights of being a father, being a black man in the community, being, you know, being a philanthropist, being somebody that gave back to their community, being somebody that did all these things, not somebody that was a hip hop artist. That diminishes the 30 something or however many years they lived life, just like people that diminishes the 30 years he lived life. He was way more than just an artist. He did way more than that. He had an effect on people outside of just his art, and I think that that's how you should remember people and also look at them. So like I said, with Baby, I just want to leave that, out of everything we covered over the whole video, I just want to leave that at the end of the day, he's the father, and outside of being a little baby, he's Dominique, he's the father, a son, a boyfriend, a husband if you want to be one, you know what I'm saying? He's those things, he's not just a little baby hip hop artist. So like I said, man, that was it, man. Like I said, the Lil Baby Untrapped documentary was definitely a good documentary. I would definitely recommend it. If you haven't, definitely tap in with it. And just, you know, get your own little grind out, get your own little things out of it. Don't listen to me, watch it yourself. Get your own little cues and views